All right, so the next option here is for us to select the location. Where do you want this ad to go to? So I'll click on that, and then you can see we have two options here, the regional and then the local. For the regional, you can simply search with states or locations you have in mind. So here we have Lagos, then we can find that, right? Lagos, please be careful to be sure you are finding the exact Lagos. Also Lagos, Nigeria. Can we see that, right? I'll select Lagos, Nigeria. Yes, there you go. Now you can select that, and you can select everything or any other thing you see fit. Other states, other locations, Abuja, Port Harcourt, you find them here, except for some neighborhoods that you may not find. An example would be Maryland, Lagos, no option. Ojota, Lagos, no option, right? Now, that's for option number one. You can select your state, you can select a country or a region, right? Then option two, you have the local option. This local option speaks to you picking off your, the local means you can decide to guide the platform to say, from the particular spot I'm currently on or at, draw a radius or a circle with the radius of whatever I insert here, say 2 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, right? And then that's where I want my advert to go to, right? So you have to first make sure this is turned on, and then you begin to adjust. This is particularly great for businesses that have or that thrive better in proximity. Example would be schools, where you have a higher chance of having people who are closer to your school, your secondary school, your primary school, to attend your school, than you have people from, say, outside the state or within the state, far regions, right? Because they would rather have their kids go somewhere not too far. So it's particularly good for businesses like that, or a gym where they also understand the same thing, that people in their vicinity look or have a higher chance of showing up. Also restaurants, right? So those are some of the business that can enjoy or have a good outcome using this local option. So back to the regional, we have Lagos, Nigeria, and then I'll tick it on the top right. Now, what's the minimum age for this ad? We want small business owners, so I can leave it at 23 or 32. So, and then the next one will be the audience suggestion, right? And this carries the gender and the age. So for the gender, it's mostly it can be both male and female. And for the age, we could reduce the lower bandwidth down to as low as 45. Remember, every time you are targeting or you are choosing who you want to target, the principle is to target people who are most likely going to take action, not people who might, people you think should, people you think want to, but people who are most likely because they can afford it and they can do well with the product. Now I'm going to tick, having chosen the age, I'm going to tick the tick check mark up on the top right. Now we've selected all of this for the user, right? All of this as who we want our ads to be shown to. Then we click on the interest part now to pick out the interest that these people might have or they might share, which will be our point of tracking exactly the group of people that should see this advert. Now we know business owners most likely will have certain information in their bio: CEO, founder, co-founder, CTO, and so on, right? So let's begin with founder as a keyword that we might be able to get. We have to start thinking of keywords that speaks or that will spark interest. So let's say page owner. Let's type admin. So pick interest around things that have to do with business owners, and we could say advertising. Yes, online ads, online advertising campaigns. And then once you input one of the keywords, you start seeing other options, right? Advertising, online advertising. Yes. And then once this is done, select as many as you want. You also click on the check mark on the top right. And then the next thing to do is to confirm that yes, I'm done creating my audience. Now that we are done creating our audience, we can now move to the next stage. So we've selected, or we've clearly outlined who should see our ad. Then the next is to go to the next stage. How much do you want the platform to spend on a daily basis? You could bring this down to 2188. And then for the duration, how long do you want the ads to show for? So you can say duration, and I can say, oh, I want it for 2 days, or I want it for 1 day. So we're going to say 1 day, and then we're going to say next. And the next thing it does is to give us an overview of all that we've done. We can see our audience, we can see our budget, we can see the ad preview that's going to show on Instagram and Facebook. So this is it saying show your ad on Facebook. If you want that to happen, you leave that on. If you don't, you turn it off, just like I did. And then we'll go back here and see preview ad Instagram. You can see the cost, you can see your account balance, and then you see next, or you boost the post. So boost post, then takes it off for review. So post has been boosted and it's off to review to Facebook so that it can then be approved. Thank you. So this is how the paid ads using the phone or boost post method is done. Next, we'll be doing the ads using the ads manager route on the PC. Thank you.